Hello. Thanks so much for having me. Very excited to be here at Morningside After Dark. I'm just going to read a quick story from my new book, Everything Lost is Found Again. And this book is about Lesotho, which is the tiny country in southern Africa. It's the one that is entirely surrounded by South Africa, and it's way up in the mountains. I lived there for a couple of years, and some of the time that I lived there, I taught at a high school, a rural mountainous high school, and this story is from my first day at the high school. When they ask me, I smile, but actually it's more of a smirk. Outward smile, inward smirk. Maybe they don't realize that English is my first language. No, join us, they say, after I decline again. We like to play each day at lunch. I started working at the high school, and my new colleagues have already been incredibly welcoming. These 6 friendly Basotho men are trying to get me into a midday game of Scrabble. It is so important, they tell me, to refresh the mind during lunchtime. But I'm working through a tricky calculus in my head. My position at the school is tenuous, and the last thing I want is to squander any staff room goodwill. They've taken a significant chance on me, a teacher who has never run a classroom before. So I'm weighing this Scrabble game very carefully. I'm eager to introduce myself as a confident and competent ally, and I know it will be impolitic for me to begin my tenure here by waltzing into the lunchtime men's club day 1 and beating some asses on the Scrabble board. But these teachers will not let me out of the game, overwhelming me with their polite refusals of my refusal. Ah, no, they say, smiling, it is a must. Finally, I cave, deciding it is worse to seem standoffish, but first I settle on a few ground rules. No show-off words. Definitely no challenging anyone's words. Don't win by too much. Get in, get out, have fun, be gracious in victory. Their board is held together with masking tape, and the racks for the tiles are all missing. Makalo holds his pieces cupped in his hands. Peko has his tiles tucked into the slots of a chalkboard eraser. Maybe the word to describe my condition would be pre-gloating, which is not an acceptable Scrabble play since it is both hyphenated and non-real. Then the game begins, and these guys start dropping words like datum and xylem, not just hitting words, but hitting double and triple word scores every time, making 2 and 3 horizontal words out of every vertical. Within moments, I am trailing by 40 points, 80 points. I am flailing. I am undone. This much should have been obvious from the outset. On one turn, I lay out the word tree. Labo, who is sitting next to me, notes that I can use my S to make it trees and reach a double word score. I am a charity case. Then the trash talk starts. Peko hits a triple word score and gets, the wonders of the Lord will never cease, from Katleho. Dinkwe lays down a bogus word, gets challenged, loses his turn, which prompts Baholo to comment, he has been smote. All trash talk is done in King James English. Makalo, who is in the lead, puts down the word M-O-U-V. Everyone yells, grabbing for the dictionary to challenge, but Makalo laughs and rearranges the letters into O-V-U-M, ovum, just keeping everyone on point. In the meantime, I am able to land the word tan. 3 points. Baholo follows me with jink, 40 points. But here I'm at a crossroads. Jink is clearly not a word. After staring at it for a moment, I realize that he is aiming for jinx, which would indeed be a strong word, but K is not X any way you look at it. Baholo and Makalo are separated by just a few points, and Jink boosts Baholo into the lead. Everyone is staring at Jink, trying to decide whether to challenge. No one wants to risk forfeiting a turn this late in the game. They are silently calculating this against the possible points they have in hand. I consider the situation. On the one hand, I had previously decided not to challenge anyone's words. But on the other, I am the only one in a position to truly know whether the word is legit or not. I ask myself, is it not my responsibility to see a fair outcome to the game? But I chicken out. I let Jink slide. Baholo wins, and Makalo angrily tosses his remaining tiles onto the board. I have finished in 7th place out of 7 LAST 4 points. After he returns the board and tiles to the box, Baholo, my supervisor, puts his arm around me. "My brother," he says, addressing me forever with this same endearment, "my brother, I was so curious to see if anyone would challenge my word." He is smiling his victorious smile. "I was so curious." He flips open the dictionary. "But if they challenged me, they were going to get a surprise." He is at H, then I, then J. They were going to get hit. He's paging through the J section. Hit so hard. Then he finds what he's looking for. Sitting at the top of the page, first word in the column, jink, verb, intransitive, to make a quick evasive turn, to dodge, to change directions abruptly. Baholo smiles at me, snaps the dictionary shut.